गुरवे नमः।
श्री गुरवे नमः।
आचार्यं मां विजानीयात् नावमन्येत कर्हिचित् नमर्त्यबुद्ध्या सूयेत सर्वदेव मयो गुरु। हे परम प्रियतम,
हे परम प्रियतम,
पूर्णतम पुरुषोत्तम श्री कृष्ण,
पूर्णतम पुरुषोत्तम श्री कृष्ण,
तुमसे विमुख होने के कारण,
तुमसे विमुख होने के कारण
अनादिकाल से हमने
अनादिकाल से हमने
अनंतानंत दुख पाए
अनंत दुख पाए
एवं पा रहे हैं,
एवं पा रहे हैं।
पाप करते करते
पाप करते करते
अंतःकरण इतना मलिन हो चुका है,
इतना मलिन हो चुका है
कि रसिकों द्वारा यह जानने पर भी कि तुम अपनी भुजाओं को पसारे, अपनी वात्सल्यमयी दृष्टि से हमारी प्रतीक्षा कर रहे हो। तुम्हारी शरण में नहीं आ पाता, हे अशरण शरण, तुम्हारी कृपा के बिना तुम्हें कोई जान भी तो नहीं सकता। ऐसी स्थिति में हे अकारण करुण, पतित पावन श्री कृष्ण, तुम अपनी अहेतुकी कृपा से ही हमको अपना लो। हे करुणा सागर, हम भुक्ति मुक्ति आदि कुछ नहीं मांगते। हमें तो केवल तुम्हारे निष्काम प्रेम की ही एकमात्र चाह है। हे नाथ, अपने विरत की ओर देखकर इस अधम को निराश ना करो। हे जीवन धन, अब बहुत हो चुका। अब तो तुम्हारे प्रेम के बिना यह जीवन मृत्यु से भी अधिक भयानक है। अतएव प्रेम भिक्षाम देहि,
देहि
प्रेम भिक्षाम देहि
प्रेम भिक्षाम देहि।
बोलिए साकेत बिहारी श्री राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। वृंदावन बिहारी श्री यादवेंद्र सरकार की जय। श्रीमद सतगुरु सरकार की जय। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। Please stand for Aarti and other prayers. जयति जगत गुरु गुरुवर की, गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। गुरु पद नख मणि चंद्रिका प्रकाश, जाके उर बसे ताके मोहत मनाश। जाके मात नाथ तब हाथ करे वास, ताते हुए माया मोह सब ही निराश। पावे गति मति रति राधा वर की, गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। अरे मन मूड छाड़ू नारी नर हाथ, गुरु बिनु ब्रह्म श्याम होना देंगे साथ। कोमल कृपालु बड़े कृपा सिंधुनाथ, पाके इन्हें आज तो अनाथ हो सनाथ। इन्हीं के अधीन कृपा गिरिधर की, गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। भक्ति योग रस अवतार अभिराम, करे निगमागम समन्वय ललाम। श्याम श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धाम, बाट रहे प्रेम निष्काम बिनु दाम। हो रही सफल काया नारी नर की, गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। लली लाल लीला का सलोना सुविलास, छाया दिव्य दृष्टि बिच प्रेम का प्रकाश। वैसा ही विनोद वही मंजू मृदुहास, करे बस बर बस उच्च अटहास। जय हो झूमी चल चाल वही नटवर की, गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। जयति जगत गुरु गुरुवर की, गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। मत प्रियान राधिका प्रियान, मधवो राधिका धव। तस्मादपि गरीयान्यो कृपालुर्मे Jagadguru. Gurum bhajate Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna bhajate Guru. Siddhanta tastva bhede api Kripalur me Gurur Mahan. Yasya sakshat Bhagavati Jnanadeepa Prade Guru. Martya sadhi Shrutam tasya Sarvam Kunjarasho Chavat. Esha vai Bhagavan Sakshat Pradhan Purusheshvara. Yogeshwarai Vrime Gyan Ghrir Lokoyam Manyate Naram. Yamuna Nikatatasthita Vrindavan Kanane Maharamye Kalpadrumatalabhumo Charanam Charano Paristhabhya Tishthantam Ghananilam Swatejasa Bhasayantamiha Vishwam Pitambar Paridhanam Chandana Karpura Lipta Sarvangam Akarna Purna Netram Kundala Yugamandita Shravanam Mandasmita Mukha Kamalam Sakaustu Mudar Maniharam Valayanguliyakatya Nujvalayantam Swalankaran Galavilulitavanamalam Swatejasa Pastakalicalam Gunjarvali Kalitam Gunjapunjanvite Shirasi Bhunjanam Sahagopai Kunjantarvartinam Namata Mandar Pushpavasita Mandanila Sevita Paranandam Mandakini Yutapadam Namata Mahanandaram Mahapurusham Surabhi Krita Digavanayam Surabhi Shatairavritaha Paritaha Surabhi Tikshapanamaha Surabhimam Yadavam Namata Asharana Sharana Mahaprabhu Tum Swami Hamadas Ki Jai Kripalu Mama Dije Guru Sahvas Tum
गुरुवार हम अहंकार अवतार अस करु कृपा कृपालु अब दीन बनु सरकार हो ऐसो हो पतित जो पतित न आपुहि मान ऐसे पतित विचित्र को पावन करु तव जान सब भिखारी जगत के जेतिक नाते दान दिव्य प्रेम आनंद के तुम एक साहूकार धनी गुरुवर धाम निवास सुनो मन पुण्यन पुंज सो पाइए जो बनी दीन प्रपन्न रहो गुरु के नित सेवा सौदाही रिछाइए जो मन ते हरि को गुरु को सुमिरो रसना सो सदा गुण गाइए जो शन भंगुर जीवन जानी मना शन भूजन व्यर्थ गवाइए जो सब धामन वारो वृंदावन पे और वृंदावन हूँ गुरु धाम पे वारो जो गुरु के पद प्रीति जुरी तो भजो चली आवे गो ब्रह्म विचारो है हरि निर्मल भक्तन को गुरु है अधमों को उदाहरण हारो औरन को गुरु हो या न हो गुरु मेरो कृपालु सौभाग हमारो औरन को गुरु हो या न हो गुरु मेरो कृपालु सौभाग हमारो।
लाडली लाल की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, श्रीमद् सतगुरु सरकार की जय, श्री भक्ति धाम की जय। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे।
Book 1, page 124. जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय, सीता सुकुमार की
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 जय सिया राम सरकार की जय, लक्ष्मण राज दुलार की
जय सिया राम सरकार की जय, लक्ष्मण राज दुलार की
जय सिया राम सरकार की जय, लक्ष्मण राज दुलार की
जय सिया राम सरकार की जय, लक्ष्मण राज दुलार की
जय लक्ष्मण राज दुलार की
जय लक्ष्मण राज दुलार की
जय सिया राम सरकार की जय, लक्ष्मण राज दुलार की
जय सिया राम सरकार की जय, लक्ष्मण राज दुलार की
जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय, सीता सुकुमार की
जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय, सीता सुकुमार की
जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय, जय जय
सरकार की जय 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 पवन कुमार की
जय 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 पवन कुमार की
जय 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 पवन कुमार की
जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय 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 पवन कुमार की
जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय 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 पवन कुमार की
जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय सीता सुकुमार की
जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय सीता सुकुमार की
जय राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय सुधारूप रस खान की
जय राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय सुधारूप रस खान की
जय राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय सुधारूप रस खान की
जय राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय सुधारूप रस खान की
जय सुधारूप रस खान की
जय सुधारूप रस खान की
जय 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 राजा राम की जय प्रेम रूप रस धाम की
जय 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 राजा राम की जय प्रेम रूप रस खान की
जय 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 राजा राम की जय प्रेम रूप रस धाम की
जय 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 राजा राम की जय प्रेम रूप रस खान की
जय प्रेम रूप रस धाम की
जय प्रेम रूप रस खान की
जय सुधारूप रस खान की
जय सुधारूप रस खान की
जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय सीता सुकुमार की
जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय सीता सुकुमार की
जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय सीता सुकुमार की
जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय सीता
जय 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 राजा राम की जय, श्रृंगवीरपुर धाम की
जय 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 राजा राम की जय, श्रृंगवीरपुर धाम की
जय, श्रृंगवीरपुर धाम की
जय, श्रृंगवीरपुर धाम की
जय 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 राजा राम की जय, श्रृंगवीरपुर धाम की
जय 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 राजा राम की जय, श्रृंगवीरपुर धाम की
जय 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 सीता राम की जय, केवट रति अभिराम की
जय 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 सीता राम की जय, केवट रति अभिराम की
जय 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 सीता राम की जय, केवट रति अभिराम की
जय 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 सीता राम की जय, केवट रति अभिराम की
जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय, सीता सुकुमार की जय,
राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय, सीता सुकुमार की
जय 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 सीता राम की जय, गंगा की जलधार की
जय सिया राम सरकार की जय, गंगा की जलधार की
जय 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 सीता राम की जय, गंगा की जलधार की
जय 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 सीता राम की जय, गंगा की जलधार की
जय, गंगा की जलधार की
जय, गंगा की जलधार की
जय सिया राम सरकार की जय, लक्ष्मण राज दुलार की
जय सिया राम सरकार की जय, लक्ष्मण दुलार की
जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय, सीता सुकुमार की
जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय, सीता सुकुमार की
जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय, सीता सुकुमार की
जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय, सीता सुकुमार
लक्ष्मण जानकी जय सुधारूप रस खान की
जय राम लक्ष्मण जानकी जय सुधारूप रस खान की
जय सुधारूप रस खान की
जय सुधारूप रस खान की
जय 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 राजा राम की जय प्रेम रूप रस धाम की
जय 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 राजा राम की जय प्रेम रूप रस धान की
जय प्रेम रूप रस धाम की
जय प्रेम रूप रस धान की
जय सुधारूप रस खान की
जय सुधारूप रस खान की
जय राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय सीता सुकुमार 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 की
बोलिए सियावर रामचंद्र की
जय।
वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की
जय
बोले श्रीमद सदगुरु सरकार की
जय।
एक बार बोलिए सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की
जय।
A very hearty welcome to each one of you, dear devotees. Hopefully you are all doing well, keeping well after the 2 or 3 days of celebration of Deepavali and Govardhan, etc. And today it was good that it was daylight savings. I came here and I found nobody here. And I thought, what's wrong with me? Or what's wrong with everyone? And then I found out that it was daylight saving today. So it's good it gave you just an extra hour, I guess. So now let us all shake off all our material mundane thoughts. Take a good look at the divine form of God and Guru placed on the altar. Capture the form of the Lord in your hearts and minds. Try to visualize the divine form of God and Guru with the inner eyes of your minds. That is doing Roop Dhyan, remembering the divine form of God. Remember, mind is only one. It can do only one thing at one time. So if you are remembering God, then of course, automatically, no other thought can come in your mind. So make sure you do put in your complete effort to do Roop Dhyan. Remember the divine form of God and Guru, or both, or one. It's all good. And with your hands once again folded, keeping your posture straight, let us all pay our most humble obeisance at the divine lotus feet of our Supreme Divine Beloved Lord, and then we shall proceed further with the program this morning. Manatha Shri Jagannatho Madguru Shri Jagadguru Madatma Sarva Bhutatma Kripalur Gurave Namah Guru Raradhanadishcha Guru Paramadaivatam Guru Partaram Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Dhyam Sada Paribhavad Namabhishtadoham Tirthaspadam Shivavirinchinutam Sharanyam Brityartiham Pranatapal Bhavabdhipotam Bande Mahapurushate Charanarvindam Anandamananda Karaprasannam Premaswarupam Brajabhavayuktam Yogindra Midyam Bhavarogavaidyam Gurum Kripalum Pranamami Nityam Ramam Ratna Kirita Kundalayutam Keyuraharanvitam Sita Lankritavam Bhagamamalam Singhasanastam Vibhum Sugrivadi Harishwarai Suraganai Sansevyamanam Sada Vishwamitra Parasharadi Munibhi Sanstu Yamanam Bhaje Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam Yo Vai Vedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai Tagvam Hadevamatma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshurvai Sharanamaham Prapadye Anand Kand Satchidanand Shri Krishna Chandra Charnaravind Makaranda Milind Mahanubhav. Blessed souls, eternal and divine. We all shall chant the holy name of the Supreme Lord for a few minutes, and then we shall proceed with our Ramayan conclusion. The whole week was dedicated to Ramayan and devotion in Ramayan. And today we shall come to the conclusion of it only in my speech. Otherwise, Hari Katha, Hari Ananta, Evam Hari Katha Ananta. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram, boliye
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya कृपा करहु यही भांति।
सब तजी भजन करहु दिन राति।
सब तजी भजन करो दिन राति।
साधक सिद्ध विमुक्त उदासी।
साधक सिद्ध विमुक्त उदासी।
कवि कोविद कृतज्ञ सन्यासी।
कवि कोविद कृतज्ञ सन्यासी।
योगी सूर सुतापस ज्ञानी।
योगी सूर सुतापस ज्ञानी।
धर्म निरत पंडित विज्ञानी।
धर्म निरत पंडित विज्ञानी।
तरई न बिनु से ये मम स्वामी।
तरई न बिनु से मम स्वामी।
राम नमामि नमामि नमामि।
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 कहो कहाँ लगी नाम बड़ाई।
कहाँ कहाँ लगी नाम बड़ाई।
राम न सकई नाम गुण गाई।
राम न सकहि नाम गुण गाई।
राम एक तापस तिया तारी।
राम एक तापस तिय तारी।
नाम कोटि खल कुमति सुधारी।
राम नाम कोटि खल कुमति सुधारी।
कलयुग केवल हरि गुण गाहा।
कलयुग केवल हरि गुण गाहा।
गावत नर पावत भव थाहा।
गावत नर पावत भव थाहा।
कलयुग जोग न यज्ञ न ज्ञाना।
कलयुग जोग न यज्ञ न ज्ञाना।
एक आधार राम गुण गाना।
एक आधार राम गुण गाना।
रघुनंदन प्राण पीरीते।
रघुनंदन प्राण पीरीते।
तुम बिनु जियत बहुत दिन बीते।
तुम बिन जियत बहुत दिन बीते।
सीता राम चरण रति मोरे।
सीता राम चरण रति मोरे।
अनुदिन बड़ई अनुग्रह तोरे।
अनुदिन बड़ई अनुग्रह तोरे।
सीता
सिया राम बोलो जय सिया राम
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
जय सिया राम
जय
जय सिया राम
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम
जय सिया राम जय जय सिया
राम बोले सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की
जय
बोलिए श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की
जय
Dear devotees, as we have been listening about bhakti, devotion in Ramayan, in fact, devotion is the only practice that all the Vedic scriptures, right from the Vedas to the Ramayan, and all the greatest of the sages and saints, and even when the Supreme Almighty Godhead Personality descends on this earth, first, for the welfare of mankind. There are uncountable descensions of God, avatar here Sankhya, but of all the descensions, the descension of Godhead Personality that is for you and I, which becomes Itihas Puran. All the events and happenings and the Leelas, that is only and only for the human welfare. When the Lord descends not to take care of anyone or anything, but simply to perform Leelas. In these Leelas, in this divine sport, you can say, play, you can say, or actions of the Lord, there will be all sorts of personalities, divine personalities playing their different roles. Some as demons, some as very great personalities who then turn to be doing kusang. Great satsangis doing kusang. Great devotees then doing kusang. Great lovers of God then doing kusang. Kusang means negative association, wrong association. And thus they end up also doing demonic acts. Like Mata Kekei. Kusang came from mantra. And like this we have many, many personalities who are divine descensions. They're the greatest of the devotees who take part in Bhagwan Shri Ramchandra Ji's Leela. 2 avatars are Leela avatar. The rest are all for some reason, very specific reason. Baraha avatar, ya Narsingh avatar. All these avatars, 10 avatars you all hear about. The 10th one, which will be the Kaliki avatar, which will come for the final dissolution, destruction of the evilness, etc. Not dissolution, destruction of evilness, etc. But Makshap, Kakshap, Baraha, Narsingh, these avatars are for specific reasons. However, there are 2 avatars that is solely for the welfare of mankind, where God gives his names, forms, attributes, abodes, pastimes, and his saints. All that we come to know about. where we can get connected to. And the saints are going to connect these individual souls, pure mind and intellect, antahkaran, with God. All this the Lord enacts, doing his divine pastime, his divine leela. These two avatars are the avatar of Shri Sitaram and the avatar of Shri Radha Krishna. उतर के आते हैं, अवतार उतरना, this descend on earth. In the human form, live amidst us like you and I. And yet, it is the supreme power. So the supreme power surely can establish the supreme principles and enter into the hearts of us, my people, through his divine leelas and uplift us. He comes down, takes us, and uplifts us because we can't go up there. So this is the immense grace, the greatest grace of Kripalu Bhagavan, who is all ocean of only grace and mercy, outright grace only. The one reason out of uncountable reasons that you may say why God descends, the one and the sole reason of all the reasons combined together is his divine grace, his kripa. So we were talking about Bhagavan Shri Ramachandra Ji, Sitaram Avatar from Ramayan. This is all that has been talked about. And then when you go to the Mahabharata, then it's all about Shri Krishna, solely Shri Krishna. But then you have to enter into the Bhagavatam to know a little bit more about Shri Radha and Krishna, where Radha is not mentioned. But then there is Radhiko Upanishad separately for that, because that avatar is more intense and more rasamay. And that is for the selective few who have been established in the principles of moralities, the principles of dharma, of moralities, of bhakti. So pehle Maryada Purushottam Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra Ji sthapit karte, establishes the Maryada. Once the Maryada comes into the heart of a soul, then with that Maryada towards God, towards the saints, towards the divine name, form, attributes, etc., the individual can now practice bhakti, not wildly, but very well formed, having complete faith in the beloved whom he is worshipping as his beloved, where there is no single trace of any mic feeling in the heart of the devotee, because Maryada Purushottam Ramchandra Ji Bhagavan's Maryada, the divinity, the godliness, the principles, the moralities is very, very well established, very firm in the heart and mind. Now the same Maryada Purushottam then, as the devotee now continues to love this God of his without any question, then his grace automatically is going to lift that devotee further up. And now the Supreme Lord is going to, with the help of definitely via a Maharasic saint, establish in the heart of the devotee that pure love. And when it comes to love, then with Sri Rama Avatar, Bhagavan Shri Sitaram, we will end up only up to Das Bhav. We can't move any further because the Maryada is also there in this prem of ours, in this love of ours. So the Lord now slowly says, you can start accepting me as your most beloved friend. And you start to see the same Supreme Godhead Personality, Shri Sitaram, who is your worship Lord, as your most intimate companion, the friend whom you can share anything and everything. And you start to feel that you do not need to have any other friends out there. because they are all only temporary people, ignorant people. They are there for the physical association, somewhere minds think. But what my Atma is getting satisfied with, the friend with whom, is you, O my Ram. And you start to see him change. Change? Yes. You start to see him more and more as your most sweetest, intimate companion friend. And that form, when you see it, that form is called Krishna. That form is called Shri Krishna. Now, instead of that Maryada, there is much more sweetness added to it. And not only much more sweetness is added to it, but intimacy is added to it. And of course, so Shri Radha Krishna. And then slowly, slowly, with the grace of that Rasik saint, of course, God is gracing us via this Rasik saint, your love gets more intensified. Now, since Krishna is coming in, he can take you right up to the top. Shri Ram, he leaves you to Swami Sevak Bhav. Swami Sevak Bhav. You can accept him as in the Shanta Bhav, as your king, as your God, and yourself as a subject, or him as the Swami, and my Sevak or Raghupati Pati More, and he is my Swami. That Swami Sevak Bhav will always be there. Remember, even when he turns into this form of your most intimate friend as Sri Krishna, Swami Sevak Bhav continues. It's not that it drops off. No, no, no. Swami Sevak Bhav will continue up to the final level. It will always be there. Even in the hearts of the Braj Gopis, who are the greatest and the epitome of the divine love bliss, of Madhurya Bhav nature, who attain Maharaj. Even for them, the Swami Sevak Bhav will continue. Every Bhav will be there. They have all the Bhavs, but the Sevak Bhav will always be there in a Sevak. Sevak can never become a Swami, at no point. Swami will always be the Swami. With all the love, there will always be this Bhav, this sentiment, this feeling of Sevak. So never will that love become wild or chilchila, as we say in Hindi. It will always be filled with ras and filled with all the moralities, having that sevya bhav and becoming more and more intenser and sweeter. So above that, of course, Sakhya Bhav, and then Vatsalya Bhav, where the Lord can be even now accepted as your child, and further up, he is my beloved. Your beloved, my beloved husband, my beloved one, everything. Just like what you say in your own words. In every temple this is said. After every Aarti they say this. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, tvameva bandhuscha sakha tvameva, tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva, tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Sarvam means all. You are all. All in all, every relation, whatever I can say, whatever I can't say, whatever I can think, whatever I cannot think, every relation of the soul is only with God, not the physical. And that is the true relation. But we only say it. But the devotee who practices this sadhana bhakti actually realizes this truth and starts to live with this truth. Priti sada Sajjana sansarga, atrina sama vishaya, swarga apavarga. Ramayan. Priti sada sajjana sansarga. As Bhagwan Ram himself reveals. Always this sadhak, this devotee, drowned in the love of God, is trying to snatch time, get time. Like that miser who tries to save that money. Like that he becomes a miser trying to save every single time and moment that is in the world, tries to save it from this. Just do what is necessary in the world. Continues to do the duties. Remember that love never becomes wild. And that devotee never escapes. We are never to become an escapist. 99.99% of the people who practice devotion to God, they become escapists. There were many people who came to Shri Maharaj and asked Shri Maharaj if they could become Mangadavasis, if they could stay in the ashram. Maharaj said, no. No. You go back and continue with your sadhana, Shravan Bhakti, Keertanam Bhakti, Smarana Bhakti. And come, not only once a year you must come for the annual sadhana camp, but you can come even twice a year or 3 times a year. Come and get the association, get my association, and do satsang. Why Maharaj said no to them? In fact, we are never to ask this question when a saint says it, but just for your clarification of the mind and just for the explanation, because at that time, that jiva needs to be away from the ashram life and practice sadhana life, because he is escaping. And he doesn't know, because that escapism is a very, very subtle line. The person cannot draw it. They get so pained, you can say, in this world. Sometimes the vairag comes, the detachment from the world comes like a very big wave, and you want to leave everything and just run away. But that would be termed as escapism. In that vairagya, if you burn the agony of that separation, the fire of that separation, if it burns your antakaran and makes you more desperate in the longing for God and Guru, that is what is Guru wanting us to have. That is what God is also looking for, because that's the time they can grace the most, because that's the time we'll cry the most from the bottom of our hearts. When we are struggling like the fish without water for the divine association, for the divine darshan. And that is what is going to burn all our sins, all our little faults that are still left in the corners of our hearts and minds. You've seen charcoal? Charcoal is dark black. Charcoal is dark black. But that same charcoal, you see it white at one stage. Do you? You may say it very light gray, but we'll call it white. Yes. When does this happen? The charcoal loses all its blackness only when fire penetrates through it. The burning ember. The fire penetrates through it. The charcoal becomes only red amber. That's it, fire. And then once the fire is gone, that charcoal is white. Like this. The dark black heart of ours. Still some corners will be left there, which needs to be completely cleaned for us to then attain the bliss of God. But if we escape, then that part will remain. Because then your desperate longing, once you've got the vas, once you've got the darshan, once you've got the association. I'm not very good in all those sher and shairis. Maharaj has made beautiful shairis with this. दिखा के अपने सूरत कहीं होश न ला देना. अच्छा है, मतलब तड़पने दो मुझे तेरी याद में. हाँ, क्योंकि वो तड़पन मेरा अंतःकरण को और शुद्ध करेगा. और मिल गया माल जो आप चाहते हो, बस वहीं रुक जाओगे आप. So in order to increase that love and devotion, but we take the easy way out. That has been the nature of the material mind. Easy way out. Jaldibaji. So we are never to become escapists. Thus, Priti Sada Sajjana Karasanga. Have this intense love and longing. Become like a miser, get all the time. That could be then devoted into satsang. Otherwise you will say, Didiji, I couldn't come, I'm sorry, I had no time. So you were not miser with the time. You did chori, batoro the time. You should have gathered all the time, done this. Plan it all in such a manner that Sajjan Sansarga, Satsang, can be attained to the utmost level. We will have to do it. Guru cannot do that. God cannot do that. That is the effort, that is the sadhana effort that you and I, we need to put always in our lives. Always. And remember, we are physically present here only from time to time. But satsang, sat ka sang, sant ka sang is to be done with your antahkaran. Sorry, it's not here, it's here. This is brain, mind is here. With your mind, with your heart, with your antahkaran. Always the Guru is there, the Lord is there, and your mind is there. Keep in association. So collect as much time you can do for your Shravan Bhakti, for your Keertan Bhakti. And most important, for your Sumiran Bhakti, which needs to be maintained all the time, even while carrying out the material duties and the chores of life. All the time. Just to remind ourselves that He is there with me. Remember Him, not forget. Not only the time when you are in the satsang, you remember it. The time when you are with the Guru, then you remember it. Otherwise, the rest of the time, you've forgotten all about it. No. That way, what happens is it's simply like you are rubbing two rocks, or stones, you can say, or rocks, and you want to ignite fire. It will ignite fire. There is fire in there. So it starts getting a little bit heated. You are continuously rubbing it, but then you say, and then you drop it. And then you pick it up again because you want to get fire. So you start to rub again. And then you again stop it to talk to somebody, to do something, and then you start rubbing it. So you will never get fire like this. You can continue to do it for eternity. You have to continuously rub it. Likewise, continuous sumiran. Continuous sumiran. Whether eating, sleeping, waking, whenever you are, you must not forget the presence, the conscious feeling of the presence of the Lord. Conscious, not subconscious. Conscious feeling. Consciously aware of His presence. You know, there are people who try to remember that God is there. So once there was a person, he was driving me somewhere, and there was something, his watch actually it was making this sound. And I said, what is this in your car? What is making this sound? And then he said, what sound? And I said, wait, I'll tell you. Again it happened, but the person was driving. He had to concentrate. We were going a bit far. So again it made that sound. And I said, this one. He said, oh, which one? And then I said, okay, next time I'll tell you. And again I told him. About 4 or 5 times I asked him. And then, maybe about 5th time, 6th time, whatever time, then he says, oh, it's my watch. I said, what is your watch doing? Why this sound? He said, oh, because I've kept it there to remember that God is with me. I said, you don't even remember that sound is coming. How do you remember that God is with you and Guru is with you? See, technical meditation doesn't work. Our techniques don't work. So don't take external help to remember God. Take God's help to remember God. Take Guru's help to remember Guru by establishing your faith in them. And they will remind you. Don't worry. You put in the effort. But the moment we'll put any external means to remember and remind ourselves of bhakti and sadhana, it will not happen. We will remain there. And in fact, we can start going down because we'll have one pride and ego in ourselves as well coming up. That, oh yeah, I'm doing it. So, That is why it says here, Preeti Sada Sajjana Sansarga. Continuous association, continuous listening, continuous singing of the glories of the Lord's name and continuous sumiran. It will strengthen your sadhana bhakti. See, Shravanam and Kirtanam are helpers. Main thing is sumiran. Your sumiran will become stronger and stronger. Then even if you want to forget God or your Guru for a moment, that अरे छोड़ो मेरा पीछा, वो नहीं छोड़ेंगे जी. फिर तो ऐसा हो जाएगा. Kabir Das, Surdas ji is walking, and he could never ever in his breath even forget that his beloved is with him. He had attained that level of sainthoodness. And Surdas was walking. Not even singing and chanting, not even listening to anything, but his mind was absorbed. And everybody called him Pagal. We call out to him, he doesn't answer. Bahrai, deaf. He doesn't look what is here, what is there. Like a crazy fellow. Pagal ja raha hai. Anyway, he was blind. So, but he was not blind from inside. But world sees only external thing. So Surdas started falling into a ditch, big hole. So it was very deep. If he would have gone there, he would have never come out. So as his one leg, the foot only started getting in, a hand comes and takes him out. Protects him. The moment that touch came, Surdas cannot see. The moment, even if he could see, even if he could have seen, like Kevat, I'll come to that. The moment the touch came, Surdas knew that this touch is no difference to the feeling that I experience when I do Roop Dhyan. When I think of my beloved. I have never seen my beloved. But whatever that beloved feels like in my Roop Dhyan, the same is that touch. He knew it for 100%, without any doubt, that this is my beloved. And then once that hand took him out, he was leaving. So, Surdas being blind, blind people, when they get support, then they hold it. They hold it very tightly. So, and their ears are very sharp. So, one slight movement which you and I may not hear, they'll hear it. So, he heard that person turning and trying to take the grip off. So, Surdas ji says, Baah chodaye jaat ho. Baah chodaye, Baah means my arm, my hand. Baah chodaye jaat ho, nirbal jaan ke mohi, hriday se jab tu jaoge, tum marad badhoge to hi. Then I'll say you are mard. Bada mard ban raha hai na? That man, omnipotent, powerful, is talking to Krishna. He knows this is Shri Krishna. The Purnam Purushottam Parabrahm. You think you are that strong. Purnam Purushottam Parabrahm, get out of my heart. Get out of my heart. Then I'll tell you that yes, you are that Mard. You can leave my hand and go. This is how such bhaktas then, devotees then, throw the challenge. And the Lord, tears are gushing down out of love, out of happiness. This is where God gets happiness. This is where the saints get happiness. On seeing our happiness, because that cry even is the cry of the soul which is filled with so much of happiness, finding that beloved or wanting that beloved. In both cases, it's not a painful one. That cry. Not like the material cry and tears when we cry, somebody says something, somebody does something, or when we lose our wealth, etc., then we have migraines and headaches and then we have to take pills. Not like that. Crying for the Lord and for the Guru, it brings so much joy and thrill and happiness in our hearts that every pill that we were on is even taken off. ऐसा जादू करता है वो प्रेम. That is the prem shakti. That is the bhakti shakti. इलादनी शक्तिर परम सार तार प्रेम नाम. इलादनी शक्ति का परम सार है. Essence of इलादनी शक्ति. सच्चिदानंद ब्रह्म, आनंद ब्रह्म, हिलादनी. हिलादनी सार, essence is bhakti, is that prem. So powerful that it brings God's godliness under its power. God, when he is seated like God, he forgets his godliness. That comes under the power of this bhakti, this prem. That's when the Lord says, Nirapeksham munim shantam nirvairam samadarshanam anubrajamyam nityam puyeturangrabhi. I walk behind such premis, such devotees of mine. Why? When they'll fall, then you'll protect them. Kaunteya pratijanina me bhakta pranashati. My devotees never suffer fall. Then, why are you walking behind? So that their foot dust may fall on me and I may take a good path in it. And all the sins that people have put unto me, I may be washed away of all those sins. This is what God is saying about the bhaktas, the premis. Yes, how dear they are. So, Shri Krishna, he quickly goes to Radharani and he says, Radhe, come, I'll show you one very special bhakta. Very, very special bhakta, devotee, premi. Come. I know we are going to for Maharaj, but just come quick. Kishori ji said, ऐसा भी क्या कोई है कि तुम्हें ऐसा महाराज के बीच में मेरे को ले जाने का पड़ गया? Who is this that in the midst, we are going on the way for Maharaj and you are taking me? He said, just come. I'll show you. This is how thrilled God is. And Radha ji comes. The source, the reservoir of prem, of bliss. Kishori ji comes and Kanhaiya said, Krishna said, don't go very close to him. He's a very chalak bhakt. So if you go close, then, then we may be delayed for Maharaj. So then I won't take that responsibility. Okay? I know we are on the way for Maharaj, we shouldn't be delayed for it. So Kishori ji said, okay. She keeps going. But she was walking so quietly that quietness was put to shame. Even Surdas, how could he hear? Their ears are very sharp, like the snakes, but still, Kishoriji's quietness. So, very quietly she's taking every step and moving closer and closer towards Surdas. And Surdas is pretending. See, Surdas can see it from inside. He doesn't have to have the physical eyes to see. This is what sadhana does. When we do sadhana, purification of the heart and mind, then the grace of God, when it comes, and the grace of Guru, and the purification of the heart comes, and the Swarup Shakti is given, that Swarup Shakti makes the heart and mind divine. That Swarup Shakti is the divine power. Then you start to get the knowledge, you start to see also through that clarity, through that wisdom, etc., and that love. So Surdas knows, he knows, but he is pretending as if he doesn't know anything. He's seated there like how Krishna had left the hand and gone, so he's still sitting there like in the same position. And Kishori ji thinks, Radharani thinks that, yeah, Shyam Sundar had said that don't go very close, but let me go a little bit more close. Let me go a little bit more close. Let me see this bhakta of mine. So she moves closer and closer. And when she was at the reach of Surdas's arm, Surdas immediately he was sitting like this, he immediately grabs it and when he touches the feet, knowing exactly where the foot was, lotus feet is, touches one foot, and that's when the anklet comes in his hand. And when the anklet comes in Surdas ji's hand now, he is not going to give it. The grip is very strong. Kishori ji won't come near, any further near, because now then they will completely be delayed and then Maharaj. But how can she go to Maharaj without Sola Shingar? Maharaj needs Sola Shingar, complete Shingar, not with one anklet only. And these anklets are not that you can go and buy it in a market or somebody else and a gopi can give it. These are divine personalities who have become Shingars. So Radha Rani turns to Shri Krishna and says, now what to do? Shri Shamsundar said, I had already warned you. But you thought you were too clever. More clever than these bhaktas of yours. These bhaktas, they are ek upar. Aham bhakta paradhino ya swatantra vadija. I am independent, but my bhaktas, they bind me with their love. This is the power of love. So, with this Leela, God is showing us about prema, about love. So, Kishori ji says, then how do we go to Maharaj? So then, Radha Rani begs. Surdas ji says, Radha Rani is humbly begging. Yes, she is humbly begging from the bhakta, please, And Surdas is saying, how do I know that you are my Kishori ji? Unless my Shyam Sundar comes, I won't know. Both Yugal Sarkar, because anybody who's trying to imitate to be Radha or imitate to be Krishna cannot be Radha Krishna Yugal Sarkar in the original form. Cannot. Impossible. So I want Yugal. And plus Chalaki is, why not at this time I get my Yugal Sarkar? Dono roop ka darshan karu main? So then the Yugal Sarkar form comes and Kishori ji says that now I'm here. And Shyam Sundar says, I'm here, please return. So Surdas says, I'm blind. I can't see. As if. He can see it from inside, but externally he's blind. So then Kishori ji does the kripa. Okay, you can see now. So Surdas for the very first time saw the beloved and gave the anklet, put the anklet, and then Radha Krishna, the Yugal Sarkar Jhaki is there, and Surdas, he is going through sattvic bhav, the ecstatic sattvic bhav, repulsion, perspiration, tears, everything, choked voice, can't say anything, fainting. And then Surdas ji says, Radha and Krishna both say that, look, when we appear before our devotees, we always say, ask for a boon, and we give them a boon. So what do you want today? Whatever you'll want, we'll give. So Surdas ji said, but this is all I want. Your chavi, that roop, dhyan, I will continuously do dhyanam of that roop. Take the sight away. Take this sight away. So the sight was taken away. And I don't want to see anyone, anything, but only you. So in the mind, we have to have the Lord's Roop Dhyan. But with the physical body, we can still continue to do your work. And suppose you say that then the work will get disturbed, don't worry, He will take care of it. Why are you worrying about it? Why in advance are you thinking so much? Don't think so much in advance, just think of getting Him in advance. And once you have Him, then He'll take care of everything. Na? Tumhe kya chinta hai? Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janaha paryupasate to tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam bahamyam. You do my chinta, I'll do your chinta. I'll take entire responsibilities of you. So it doesn't happen like that generally. But in some cases, yes, if you are so devoted to the Lord and you are lost in the Lord and you are unable to perform your daily duties and chores, then the Lord will take care of it. Don't worry about it. You don't have to think about it. He is the one who is going to think about it. So don't be afraid that, oh, if I do too much bhakti, then mera sansar bigad jayega. Arre, tera sansar ban jayega, bigad nahi jayega. भक्ति करने से कोई संसार बिगड़ता नहीं, भक्ति करने से संसार बनता है. When you do more and more bhakti towards God, you become much more fulfilled, contented and happier. And He is the supreme supplier. Your world is not going to be destroyed, it's going to be made. If it's getting destroyed, then your sadhana is not right. Then your bhakti is not right. In bhakti, remember, never be an escapist. Always be a very sincere sadhak, continuously trying to work towards progressing in your love and devotion towards the Lord. Now, same example as I said, as I told you about Surdas ji, very similar to that is of Kevat. A lot of you have heard about Kevat. Kevat, the boatman. When Bhagwan Ram had to cross the Ganga and go across the other side with Mata Sita and Lakshman, then the Kevat was called for. Nishad Raj, he was just a tribal person. Again, just like Shabri is tribal. They're very humble. They don't know much about the scriptures, etc. But humbleness is one thing which is of utmost importance. And if they have been doing their devotion to God in their sincere manner, then when God will appear before them, even in the human form as Bhagwan Ram is appearing, they will recognize. So Nishad Raj, the king of that tribe, he immediately, his name was Guhu, he immediately recognized Prabhu Ramchandra ji. And he became such a follower, such a fan, such a follower of Bhagwan Ram that he was not going to leave Bhagwan Ram for a long time. And then ultimately Bhagwan Ram had to send him back. But, so this Guhu Nishad Raj comes when the Lord says, we will need a boat to go across, Navik. So Guhu said, yes, I'll call. Hey Kevatwa, idara. Hey Kevatwa, idara. So this is the way. This is the humbleness. This is the simplicity. This is no makeup, no nothing like that. And the Kevat, he comes and he says, yes, what is it? So you have to take them across the Ganga. Kevat sees. He immediately knows. These are not just them. These are not them. You know that Ram, whom I have been meditating upon doing Roop Dhyan, it seems seeing him, the joy that I can see there and feel there is the same that I feel in my sadhana. Who gives the eyes of wisdom? Who gives the eyes of recognition? God. Via the grace of the Guru, it comes. So, Kevat recognizes. And Mangi now na Kevat ana. Kevat says, I am not going to come from his house outside there. I am not going to come. Why? No, I am not going to come. You can go somewhere else and find someone. This is the crooked way of love. Aheriva gati premna. Prem ka chal bada teda hai. Like the snake slithers zigzag. But when it enters into the hole, snake never makes its own dwelling place. It enters into the holes which is already made by other animals, other creatures. So it goes straight. Inside ekdam seedha. Bahar teda. So this is Bhakta and Bhagavan both. Bhagavan and his devotees. So Kevat is saying, I am not coming. Arey yaar, it's getting late and he is not coming. So again is being asked, what happened? Why are you not coming? He said, I have heard of this person. He had never seen this person. How does he know this person? And where did he hear about this person? Living in a jungle, no cell phone, no mobile, no chitti patri, no telegram those days. Science of telepathy, of course, is there. And then your sadhana is there. So he said, I heard that his feet has got magic in it. It has touched a rock, and that rock turned into a woman. And some Rishi's wife, Maharishi Gautam's wife, Ahalya, udhar karke aaye the Bhagwan. So what about my boat? If it turns into a woman then, and some rishi's wife, then I will have no boat, I will have no roji roti, I will not earn it, I can't have, this is the only means of earning some bread and butter. I won't have this means. So I'm sorry, and I'm already married with one wife. I don't want any other, second one. So Bhagwan Ram muskuraye. Bhagwan Ram smiled, knowing inside. See, if Kevat was just talking like rubbish, just like that, then Bhagwan Ram would have known. Of course, he wouldn't have been even there. His darshan wouldn't have been found. But Prabhu Ramchandra ji knows the heart, the mind, the heart of Kevat. He is filled with so much love for Prabhu Ram, and he wants to touch that feet, wash that feet. So Kevat is saying, actually your feet is fine. I have no problem with your lotus feet. The problem is the sand particles which are, linked to your lotus feet. So I need to wash that. If I wash it, then, and in the meantime, Ganga ji is seeing this. And Ganga Devi, Mata Ganga, it is the Ganges river. The Ganga ji is saying, Jasu naam sumirat ikbara, utarahi nar bhavasindu apara. Jasu naam sumirat ikbara, utarahi nar bhavasindu apara. Soi Kripalu kevat hi nihora. वो कृपालु केवट ही नहीं हो रहा, तीहू पग से जग की नहु थोरा. जग को 3 पग से छोटा बना दिया था in Vaman avatar. Only with 2 steps the Lord had measured in Vaman avatar the entire creation. So he had made the world small with only his 2 pugs. He measured it. The 3rd pug he didn't even have to put. So 3 पग से जग को छोटा बना दिया. उसके पग इतने बड़े थे, so big, that the 3rd pug was still there left after measuring the world. And he is standing here and asking for help from a boatman to go across this Ganga, when just by taking, not even taking Sumiran, just by remembering his name, one gets across the vast ocean of Maya. Infinite ocean of Maya is crossed. Moh lag gaya. Like all the moh I told you. About Sati moh, about Garuda moh, here the moh. This is how Maya is so balwan. So you and I are taught the lesson in bhakti. Always remember, साधकावत कठिन है, जैसे पेड़ खजूर, चढ़े तो चाखे प्रेम रस, लेकिन गिरे तो चकनाचूर. Sadhana avastha is very difficult avastha. We always have to keep one eye completely reserved only to check the pride. Is with my ego, is this pride? Is this not? Is this always with everything. Whatever you do, always. And even in your life, always. कहीं वो अहम तो नहीं आ गया? So, Kevat, when he is talking this manner, and Bhagwan Ram is waiting for the Kevat to go across, Gangaji is thinking like, and then Kevat goes and gets water, Ganga water. As soon as Kevat brings that Ganga water in their thal and comes close to Bhagwan Ram's lotus feet, and as soon as Ganga Devi sees, Arey, this is my Prabhu where I've come from. This is the source of my life. This is my Prabhu doing Nara Leela here. This is the Leela of Bhagwan. And then, oh, my life is blessed today. Today I have been graced to the utmost. Anyway, with that water, then it's Kevat washes, drinks, and then shares it with everybody, and then takes Bhagwan Ram Ganga Par. Sutikshn Ji Maharaj, look at his love. He heard Prabhu Ram is coming. He just heard Prabhu Ram is coming in the jungle. He is Maharshi Agastha's Shishya. He is the disciple of Maharshi Agastha. So now he has been practicing his devotion, doing Roop Dhyan, chanting the name of God. Nothing, no jap tab brat puja, only chanting, singing the name of the Lord, gushing tears coming down in the longing for the Lord and waiting for the Lord to come. And those who truly are waiting this way, they will hear it. Even the trees and the plants will tell them that Ram is coming. People don't have to come and tell them, nobody. So, even Bhagwan Ram through Vayu will tell, who knows. So, like when Bharat was waiting, when Bharatji Maharaj was waiting for the return of Prabhu Ramchandraji, Bharat's love cannot be measured and cannot be talked about. Ram Bhagwan says to Lakshman, when Lakshman wanted to shoot the arrow to Bharat, when Bharat had come to take Bhagwan Ram, Are Bharat, Are Lakshman, you don't know who Bharat is. Ram Sarisako Bharat Sanehi Jag Japa Ram Ram Japajehi. The world chants the mala of Ram Ram and Ram chants the mala of Bharat Bharat. This is how Bharat is so dear to me. He has not come here to take our lives. So Bharat had told Ram Bhagwan that 14 years, as soon as that is over, I am going to wait every single minute. I will be gone, bhaiya, you can't see me. And Ram Bhagwan is so worried. Vibhishan Ji Maharaj has been given the crown and Abhishek has been done. Lanka, everything is done. And now Prabhu Ram says, Prasthan karo, let's go. And at that time, Vibhishan Ji Maharaj says, please come and bless my house. Please come and take some shower and everything over there. And then you go. Please partake of something. Prabhu Ram, tears are coming. Prabhu Ram is saying that Bharat, he has become so thin, so slim, just chanting my name. Every moment he is only waiting for my return. If I don't go there on time, then I will not see Bharat alive. He knows Bharat. For sure. And then Vibhishan Ji Maharaj says, okay then. And all of them jump into that plane, that Pushpak Viman that Ravan had stolen from Kuber. And they all jumped into it. And then Bhagwan Ram continued to go towards Ayodhya. And that's where he made a stop at Maharishi Agast's ashram, coming to meet Maharishi Agast while he met Bharadwaji, etc. That is the time Sutikshan Ji Maharaj, he heard that Prabhu Ram is Dishiyaru Vidishi Kauchu Nahi Suja, Ko Mai Chala Kaha Nahi Puja. Where am I going? What am I doing? Nothing. Prabhu Ram coming from the north direction, south direction, he is going in the north direction, cleaning everything there. And then he was waiting and waiting and waiting. He couldn't wait. So desperate was the longing that he sat there. He just sat there and he started doing Roop Dhyan, meditating on the form. And Bhagwan had brought his form. With the grace of God, via the Guru only, the form has entered. And now he can see this form. And he's enjoying it, thoroughly enjoying it. Bhagwan Ram is standing right in front, but this Sutikshan Ji Maharaj is enjoying that Roop Dhyan. Bhagwan Ram, Bahu Bhati Muni hi jagava. Doing pani ka cheetah, sprinkling water, everything, shaking him. He is not. He is like a piece of wood now, lost in the Prem Samadhi. Then Bhagwan took his form out. Bhagwan just took his form out from his heart and his mind. And then Sutikshan Ji Maharaj, as if, you take the money out of the snake, the diamond out of the snake, like that, chatpata karke. As soon as he opens his eyes, he sees Sita, Ram, Lakshman standing before him. Just before him, they are all there. And he falls at that feet and he's not getting up. Then Prabhu embraces and then that Sutikshan Ji Maharaj is saying, As abhimana jai jani bhore, mai sevak Raghupati Pati More. Some may think you are impersonal, some may think you are personified form, and others may think of you as Antaryami Prabhu, but for me, you are my Swami and I am your Sevak. As Abhimana Jai Jani Bhore. Please never take this Abhiman of my heart that I am your humble servant, your humble bhakt, and you are my Swami. So, with these few words, I'm going to end it here. I wanted to say a little bit more, but I'm not going to. I've seen children coming. I don't want to be late today. Boliye Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki Jai. So you continue to do this bhakti, and then one day you will all attain God. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But continue to do this Roop Dhyan. Nothing else needs to be done. Just your Roop Dhyan sadhana. He will do everything for you through the Guru, through Shri Maharaj Ji. Establish your faith at the lotus feet of Shri Maharaj Ji and in the form of Shri Radha Krishna Sitaram. बोलिए सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, बोलिए युगल सरकार की जय, जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Before I begin with my today's announcements, I would like to take a moment to thank you, Sushri Gopeshwari Didi Ji, for taking the time out to be here with us. We are truly humbled and thankful to you, Didi Ji. Didi Ji led us through a week-long lecture series on Ramayan, which just ended with our Diwali and Govardhan celebration. Thank you, Didi Ji, for indulging us in this opportunity of strengthening and deepening our relationship with Bhagwan Shri Ramchandra Ji and Shri Maharaj Ji. As Didi Ji mentioned in her lecture series, the importance of bhakti that purifies our mind, and without bhakti, you cannot attain God. The ways to do bhakti is Keertan, Roop Dhyan, and loving remembrance of God and Guru every minute, every second of our life. We cannot thank you enough for this knowledge that you have imparted to us, Didi Ji. Please bless us again with your presence. Thank you. Now, please allow me to call upon Anup Bhaiya for further information. Anup Bhaiya.
Radhe Radhe. Can I have the slides, please? So I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about the Student Scholarship Organization. This is a program some of you will be familiar with, and for some of you it will be totally new. What this program is, it's approved by Georgia legislature, allowing up to $120 million every year to, instead of going to downtown Atlanta, Department of Revenue deciding what needs to be done, they allow you as Joe taxpayer to direct up to $5,000 if married filing jointly to a private K-12 school of your choice. Okay, so up to $120 million every year can be directed by a taxpayer, individual taxpayer, their portion, $5,000, to go to a private K-12 school. So married filing jointly, limit is $5,000 a year. Single person, $2,500. If you have a LLC, single person LLC, your income is going straight in your 1040, so it's a flow through. That limit will still apply to you. But should you be doing S Corp, K Corp, S Corp, C Corp with a K1, then the limits are different. If you are indeed in that situation, let me know, we can talk outside too. Okay. But most of the people will be in this 2,500 single, 5,000 married filing jointly. Okay. Now, on day one, because this program is really good for helping support a private K-12 school, so on day one, the enrollment for this opens on the Georgia Department of Revenue website. In 2024, January 1, 2024, the request came in for $189 million. 120 is allocated, state received requests for $189 million. So state did a very simple thing, 120 divided by 189.63. I, Anup Dhingra, married filing jointly, 5,000 into 0.63, state sent me a letter, Anup Dhingra, you can contribute $3,162. So state will send you a letter, approval notice, because it is their money which instead of going to downtown Atlanta is now going to come to this Flowery Grove Montessori school. So state has to agree because they are losing that $3,100 of my tax money. They are not seeing it, it is coming to this Montessori school. Okay. So state will approve you, and those approval notices will come to you by mail anywhere between January 8th till February end. So the date which is on your letter you have after that 60 days to make your donation. Okay? So in my case, the letter was dated January 8th. 60 days from that, I am allowed to give $3162. State has approved it. Okay? Now, last year, when I'm saying last year, it is actually the current calendar year, we received $192,000 through effort of people sitting here in the hall, okay, as well as people outside. So that $192,000, what we did was, we gave scholarships to parents whose kids attend Flowery Grove Montessori with amounts ranging from $5,000 to $10,000. So this is straight off your tuition reduction. Okay. 5 to 10 grand, depending on what's the family income, how many members in the household, so on and so forth. But everybody, we have just K4, K5, so every parent was given a physical check, between 5 to 10 grand, to be applied towards tuition reduction. Okay. And this is an annual thing, and that program will again reopen on January 1, 2025. You have only one day to apply. The money is all picked up on day one because there are enough people. See, I have no kids, no grandkids going to Flowery Grove. But I, as a person, can direct $3,100 of my tax dollars to go to supporting Flowery Grove. So you may have no kids, no grandkids going to Flowery Grove, but yet you can still support Flowery Grove, as well as your friends. So please reach out to your friends as well as yourself and help us direct some of those tax dollars, instead of going to DOR in downtown, let them come to Flowery Grove. It will help us grow, be able to enroll more students, because the moment there are scholarships, the school becomes affordable to many parents. That's the idea. Okay. Next slide. Oh, I forgot one thing. Because it is state tax money going towards supporting a school, state wants to make sure it is a quality school. It's not a fly-by-night operation. So we have to apply for accreditation, and state has 6 agencies. You can only go to those 6 agencies for accreditation. And we had that accreditation visit in October, and we were given the highest rating, accredit with quality. So, so that's that last thing, quality check, accreditation required. So state doesn't want to have this money going into a black hole where there is no quality, okay? So we are a pretty good Montessori school who had the top rating in accreditation. Next slide, please. So here is the timeline, how the process would work. By December 1, we would like to have you complete the forms. It's a PDF fillable, okay? If you have any questions, I'll be in the lobby. I'll be happy, I'll show you the paper form, but it's a PDF fillable. You fill out the form, print it out, put it in a sealed envelope, because you'll be providing personal information. We don't want people looking at your personal details. It'll need your social, that's about it. Then these forms go to our accountant, who does a sanity check to make sure everything is filled in, such that on January 1, 2025, 12:01 a.m., they are ready to transmit all the data. If you give us the form during Christmas week, accountant's office is closed, nobody can do a sanity check. If some information is incomplete, the form gets rejected and there is no January 2 to apply, because all the money is gone on day 1. Okay. The program is a popular program in Georgia. So by December 1, you give the forms. January 1, the portal is open at Department of Revenue's website. So the accountant's office will upload all the information. Between January 8th and February end, DOR, Department of Revenue, will send you a letter by mail that you were approved to contribute this much. I on January 1, pledged $5,000. I was told, Anup, you can contribute $3,162. The date on that letter determines you have 60 days from that date to make your contribution. Okay? So 60 days to write your check. Check gets written to Great SSO. Okay? Then Great SSO will disperse the funds to us, and we will in turn give scholarships to parents. Okay? Now, the money which I gave early this year, I will now claim on my tax return when I am filing my 2024 taxes between January 15th and April 15th, 2025. So you get your money back dollar for dollar, except you have to wait anywhere from 10 to 12 months till you file your return. Okay. If there are any questions about the process or the program or anything, I'll be in the lobby. I'll be happy to answer those for you. Okay. Thank you.
Please stand for Aartis. Bhog. My apologies.
अब नाम रे तरसाओ रसिया, आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया।
अब नाम रे तरसाओ रसिया, आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया।
यद्यपि यह सच है नहीं तुम कहाँ,
यद्यपि यह सच है नहीं तुम कहा।
भूख प्यास लागती रसिया,
भूख प्यास लागती रसिया।
भूख प्यास लागती रसिया।
भूख प्यास लागती रसिया।
तदपि भाववश ब्रज छछिया लगी, छोरी करत फिर्यो रसिया।
तदपि भाववश ब्रज छछिया लगी, चोरी कर कफिरो रसिया।
छोरी करत फिर्यो रसिया।
चोरी कर कफिरो रसिया।
आओ आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया। पायो रसिया।
जनकपुरी के राज भोगमा सोरस नहीं पायो रसिया।
सोरस नहीं पायो रसिया।
सोरस नहीं पायो रसिया।
आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया।
श्यामा भोग लगाओ रसिया।
हाँ मानत हाँ भवहीन हाँ।
हो मानत हो भावहीन हो।
भावहीन हाँ।
भावहीन हो।
भावहीन हाँ।
भावहीन हो।
हाँ मानत हाँ भवहीन हाँ।
हो मानत हो भावहीन हो।
ते सुनु खरी खरी रसिया।
ते सुनो खरी खरी रसिया।
ते सुनु खरी खरी रसिया।
ते सुनो खरी खरी रसिया।
कत कृपालु पय पियो पूत नहीं याते अब आ जाओ रसिया।
कत कृपालु पय पियो पूत नहीं याते अब आ जाओ रसिया।
याते अब आ जाओ रसिया।
याते अब आ जाओ रसिया।
आओ आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया।
श्यामा भोग लगाओ रसिया।
रसिया हूँ रसिया मेरे मन बसिया।
रसिया हो रसिया मेरे मन बसिया।
रसिया हूँ रसिया
मेरे मन बसिया।
रसिया हूँ रसिया
मेरे मन बसिया।
रसिया हूँ रसिया
मेरे मन बसिया।
रसिया हूँ रसिया
मेरे मन बसिया।
आओ आओ रसिया
भोग लगाओ रसिया।
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 रसिया हूँ रसिया
मेरे मन बसिया।
रसिया हूँ रसिया
मेरे मन बसिया।
आओ आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया।
श्यामा भोग लगाओ रसिया।
अब नाओ रे तरसाओ रसिया। आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया।
अब नार तरसाओ रसिया। आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया।
श्यामा आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया।
श्यामा भोग लगाओ रसिया।
श्याम रसिया की जय।
Radhe Radhe, we already had the announcement, so we'll now offer Aarti. Please stand up.
आरती प्रीतम प्यारे की के बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नथवारी की दुहुन सिर खनक मुकुट झलके दुहुन श्रुति कुंडल भल हलके दुहुन दृग प्रेम सुधा चलके जसीले बन रसीले नैन गसीले सन दुहुन में नन मन हारी के बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नथवारी की दुहुन दृग चितवनि परवारी दुहुन लट लट कनि छवि न्यारी दुहुन भामट कनि अति प्यारी रसन मुख पान हसन मुस्कान दशन दमकान दुहुन बेसर छवि न्यारी के बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नथवारी की एक उर पीतांबर पहरे एक उर नीलांबर लहरे दुहुन उर लर मोतिन छहरे कंकणन खनक किंकिनीन झनक नूपुरन भनक दुहुन रुन झुन धुनि प्यारी की के बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नथवारी की एक सिर मोर मुकुट राजे एक सिर चूनरी छवि छाजे दुहुन सिर तिरछे भल भ्राजे संग ब्रज बाल लाडली लाल बाह गल डाल कृपालु दुहुन दृग चारी के बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की श्री राम श्री राम श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भजु मन हरन भव भय दारुणं नव कंजलोचन कंज मुख कर कंज पद कंजारुणं श्री राम कंदर्प गणित अमित छवि नव नील नीरद सुंदरम पटपीत मानहु तडित रुचि शुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरम पटपीत मानहु तडित रुचि शुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरम श्री राम भजु दीन बंधु दिनेश दानव दैत्य वंश निकंदनम रघुनंद आनंद कंद कौशल चंद रघुनंद आनंद कंद कौशल चंद दशरथ नंदनम श्रीराम श्रीराम सिरमुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदार अंग विभूषणम आजानुभुज शर चापधर संग्रामजित खर दूषणम आजानुभुज शर चापधर संग्रामजित खर दूषणम श्रीराम श्रीराम इति वदति तुलसीदास शंकर शेषमुनि मनरंजनम मम हृदय गंज निवास कुरु कामादिखलडल गंजनम मम हृदय गंज निवास कुरु कामादिखलडल गंजनम श्रीराम श्रीराम श्रीरामचंद्र कृपालु भजु मन हरन भव भय दारुणम नव कंज लोचन कंज मुख कर कंज पद कंजारुणम श्रीराम 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 लाडली लाल की जय सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय श्री कृपालु धाम की जय श्री युगल कुंज की जय 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 श्री राम